Winners finals, ladies and gentlemen.
3, 2, 1, go!
Going to PS2, it's as neutral as we can get. It's actually probably one of my favorite stages to play on, except versus DK. But, I don't think we have any more DKs I need to worry about. At least I hope so. Scruff going a lot more in with these tornadoes, and as you saw earlier, he's throwing the tornadoes and trying to punish the option after, which, you know, good player things. But, I think Default has been doing an okay job at avoiding it. He's still been taking a little bit of the damage, but he's definitely been pushing into Scruff a little more than he probably wants, despite the position that Scruff is maintaining. But, oh man. That's definitely going to be a bit problematic if he continues to get hit by that, because that LB does not care about weight. We definitely saw that last time Scruff graced us with his appearances. Oh, he went for the cheese there and he died for it. I definitely think that was a little too risky, but you know, Scruff still has him at a pretty high percent, so that might not be a big deal. But Default got the mix-up and put on 64%. Highly unfortunate. Alright, Scruff taking a little bit of a beating, but he's able to get that off with only a little bit, with only 64% being taken. Not too bad. Ooh, that was the really good use of that tilt side B. I'm noticing though, Scruff getting caught a lot by Default in the air, and I think he's jumping maybe a little too much, but that was a really good downer in the side B, but he still gets hit for it. I think Default is doing a pretty good job at kind of getting in Scruff's face whenever he uses the neutral B, because it is a bit slow, and I think he has to be a little more careful for that. Okay, I like that Scruff didn't immediately pull the trigger on that up B, because I definitely think he would have died there, but I'm glad he's able to be a little more patient considering that he was going for the cheese. But oh, that was excellent. Instead of going for the up B, he went for the guaranteed, not for the guaranteed punish, but he was ready for whatever Default was going to do and takes a stock. Scruff has been up each. Scruff is up now though. I don't know if he was up first stock. I was about to say that, but I don't remember. But he has a perfect opportunity to continue to push his lead. Yeah, you can see a lot more weighting coming out of Scruff, and he's making very excellent use of these two hits that he's getting, and just living that barely, but he's dead now. There's no way he's living that one. Alright, Default looking at, he's like having a little bit of trouble. Definitely putting on the damage right now, but still in a decent deficit from Scruff. Not impossible though, and as you can see, he's making that back slowly, but Scruff answering back on his own. This is looking pretty back and forth right now, but oh, Default had the read there too, but it's unfortunate that he didn't get it. Alright, a neutral B to up B could definitely take this to Scruff, but that roll-in is going to cost him the game. Yeah. I definitely felt like he could have turned that in, but yeah, Kanari was ready, and Kanari takes game one. Right. He has a hitbox in, like, if you roll in, I found this out, but if you roll directly into Samus, there's actually a hitbox in the body, and so I think that hitbox, because it's like a really solid one in the body, I think that's why it worked. Like, specifically on the roll-in, I got caught by that recently, and, like, no, you gotta be careful on the roll-in. Like, it's not just in the cannon, there's literally a hitbox, like, in the stomach, in, like, the base. So I think that's what he ended up getting caught by, because, like, that same situation happened, like, and I was like, what the heck? And, yeah, he got me with it. What? Oh, my goodness. Man. He better win this. I'm clowning him. If Default loses, clown him. Into the YouTube watchers, you can't clown him, but I don't know. As of right now, I don't know if he's gonna win this, but you know what? I don't think Brawler is too much worse than Sword Fighter. Actually, I think Brawler is I think Brawler is actually better. I'm trying to be biased here, but in our region, he keeps going Doc, even though he's literally like bottom 5, and he hasn't learned his lesson yet. But Scruff here, showing him what's what, and killing him nearly immediately. Oh my goodness. Default not finding much of an answer right now. Not looking too bad, but he still is a stock down and is going to have to do a lot to get this back. Dr. Mario is not lacking in any power though, so he could definitely take this, but ooh, that was really good faith to the platform, because I was definitely expecting the down throw to up B. Ooh, Scruff didn't quite get caught by that and slips in the back air. Ooh, that's not going to kill, but is he going to do that Rising Cyclone? Yep. Pretty expected there, since I think that's his best option there, but Scruff going for the Hail Mary, and is that going to kill? Really good DI, but I don't think he's going to live another one of those near the corner. That's going to take it. Default's still in a decent amount of deficit, but it's not like he can't make this back. Oh, I think he was going to go for the up air down air. He likes to do that a lot, and he's putting on that big damage, and that up B is frame 3. I just want that to be known. That is a very good up B. Very good up B at his shield. But as you can see, they're already at even percent. And that's not quite going to take it, but that definitely gives Default an amazing position. Scruff is able to get through the pills, but that's not going to quite kill from the bottom, but ooh. Maybe not wise for Scruff to swing there, but he was... Oh, man, he went too deep for it, but the game is still even, so it's not that bad. Scruff looking at a dive position. 66 unanswered, and that might have even killed. Yeah, Kanari not... Or Default not letting any of these whips go and catching the bag. Oh, man. Scruff had an explosive start, but Default still winning with Doc. Why do you keep letting this man win with Doc? You know what? You're right, Vassar. It's stupid, but like the results, they speak for themselves. They speak for themselves. Alright. I actually think... Oh yeah, I'll talk about how Scruff is hitting midair. I'm gonna pretend it's not there. Oh man, this dude. Alright. I actually think the Me Gunner pick will be really good, but I have not seen Scruff go Me Gunner. And he went so... What? Luke... Whatever, man. Whatever, man. And he went FD. That's hysterical, man. Alright, both giving each other the taunt. Default definitely feeling himself right now. Going the secondaries, tertiaries. Everyone in the book, but Scruff definitely waiting out that counter, but can... Well, any amount of waiting in the world allow him to make this a verse 3-0. So far, we're seeing a bit risky counters coming out of Default. Scruff not being too near him in either scenario, but... Ooh, that looked really scary. Not seeing the ST though, but Scruff's... Yep. I think because of the amount of jumping that we're seeing coming out of Default, I definitely think that'll be advantageous. Ooh, that was a really bad recovery. I think it'll be advantageous for Scruff to just try and get the grabs. Maybe even punish with neutral B, but... Default coming out with a really good counter there, finally, and actually getting himself in the advantage, but not quite. Not quite getting the kill there. Oh, and that just killed, man. Default in the lead. At this point, there might be a valid strat to build Rage right now. You know, get that continued power, but Scruff's gotta take this. He's gotta take this because Default is in a perfect position to snowball with this right now. But even though these counters have been a little suspect by Default, well, it doesn't matter because he lost the stock there. It's not calculated, you're right, man. Default getting a good amount of combos coming on though and catching the landing. Oh man. I definitely think Default goes for those reads a little too much and should probably just go for the grab when it's available, but you notice Scruff has not fallen for many of those counters, really only getting hit by one of those, and I think that's pretty good. I really hope that he can extend more of that foresight to more parts of the game, because right now he is still down, even versus Kanari's other characters, or Default's other characters. Oh, that was a really good neutral beam and a really good spot dodge. We're back to, we're introducing ourselves to the blast zone voluntarily. Default now in the deficit. Scruff definitely should play this patient and let Default come to him. Getting a good amount of damage, but ooh, it's not true, and the counter is just gonna do it. Scruff's still keeping a decent lead, but Lucario in the deficit with percent has a certain way of doing things, and he took the quick. Ooh, that F smash is coming out, but is he? Oh man, and he spot dodged. He didn't quite get a killing blow, but he has him in a pretty rough position. And are we gonna get the kill here? Yep. Not quite able to snap the ledge either times. Default dies twice for that, and Scruff puts himself on the board. Alright, so we're definitely going to need to see a reverse 3-0, but I think if Default goes Samus, he's definitely going to win. Scruff could pull something out, but that's what I think is going to happen. Right, Paul? He needs to pick smarter characters. Doc is one thing, but Lucario, come on, man. Alright, we're seeing the Dark Samus versus the Brawler. Not really sure about this, but well, coming back to the battlefield, Scruff could definitely get a decent amount of extensions coming off of this, but ooh, that was a really nice combo. Not quite getting the finisher that he wanted, but Scruff coming out with some amazing conversions of his own and picking up a quick 81. Alright, I like how Default waited there and got the really good punish off of the neutral beam. And Scruff at 120, an up air will take it here. But Scruff immediately swinging back. I like how he recognized the situation, took great advantage of it. But okay, that uppy on platform is a guaranteed shield poke. So if you get hit by that, don't be fooled. That definitely will always poke your shield, just like Yoshi's down there. But Default in the lead right now. Not trying to let Scruff get too much, but I like how Scruff came down with that neutral B because Default's been getting that mix-up. Good kill by Scruff. He's been getting that mix-up a lot. And getting the mix-up with the down throw and the charge shot, and I'm definitely glad that Scruff had the awareness to avoid that. Worst side B in the game, worst command grab in the game, coming out. Default not approaching, but losing to the Battle of Patience, but was still able to capitalize. Yes, Scruff in a pretty bad position right now, so... Oh, yeah. I definitely think it was a bit risky to go for that, and he took a bunch of damage accordingly, but Default still has plenty of room to mess around. Doesn't have a jump, but Default was not able to do that, and he actually gets behind him and actually gains stage control. Really good by Scruff here, but he whiffs the grab and takes the death. This is the end of Scruff's tournament life, so hopefully he can pull out something good here. Samus is a little on the heavier side, so I don't think his uppy shenanigans are going to kill just as early. Default going for a lot of the confusing and precise movement. Scruff not looking like he has much of an answer for it, and I think Default is purposely doing that to throw him off. Slowly put these 1,000 cuts of a deficit on Scruff. Really good movement by Default. I feel like Scruff definitely doesn't have much of an answer for anything. And are we gonna see the up throw? Nope, he's just going for the damage. But the worst side B in the game coming out. Oh, you thought that was gonna be the SD, but Default is being relentless right now and went for the taunt, feeling extra cocky. But Scruff having something to say about that. It would be amazing if he took this, but it is never to be. Default takes this. 3-1. Time to get bodied, man.